What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome back to Thorium Gaming. And it's time to hop back into the Eternal Empire. Our efforts, of course, to bring the entire world under Imperial rule, or at least the rule of the forces of order. So we're going to be getting rid of Undead, Orcs, Goblins, Skaven, Dark Elves, you know, anything that goes against the whole idea of the world being nice and neat. So, last time we did get into the war with the Sylvanian vampire counts under Vlad himself. We fought Vlad, we won. Kind of hurt our Elspeth's forces, but we prevailed. Eventually we're going to have to get rid of these archers and get some more handgunners in there. We are working on several things at once, and with the war coming in, we have Boris Todbringger coming through. He's got a very zombie-heavy army, and we have Boris Todbringger over here with a decent army. Not a good one, but a decent one to hold off. The mortars and the archers will do most of the damage in this fight. We'll have to run down the two necromancers to make it really good. What I'm thinking that we're going to do, we cannot hire a...
Yes, my lord.
Another battle captain or wizard, but I'd like to get a witch hunter into that army, all things considered. Witch hunters are good. They're ranged class predominantly. I think a disciplined one would be best.
They will be
and who are we? We got Mars, we got Grimaldus, Schreiber, Boris Todbringer's army. Did we rename our other engineer to be in line with our people? Yeah, Furyx Gauser.
What?
And we're gonna rename this one to Eduardo Grabar. Another nice friend of the channel and personal friend in real life. So we're gonna call him, bring him into the game, and see what we can do there. Now we have some buildings that we can upgrade. We've got a little bit of money, not a lot, but enough. Now Kemperbat, I'm tempted. We're going to have to go to war with the Fecund Knights eventually here, but let's go with the growth first before anything else. That leaves us to let the other empires go and see where it all comes out. Take a nice little swig of my iced tea. I got iced tea and Dr. Pepper this week, so that's a good thing. Lemony fresh. But I hope everybody's having a great summer so far. It looks like we have an Undercity that's shown up here. Not good. So we'll probably have to bring Elspeth von Drac back down to deal with them. They have no military allies or anything, but they are trading with Clan Angrund. Now, this is kind of a tricky situation here because we're going to want those mountain passes eventually to hold on to our southern border. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go into an alliance with the dwarves of that particular mountain right now. Pale Scythe quest. Kill 1,000 enemies in battle with Elspeth or Amethyst wizards. So Elspeth has got to do a bunch of work with her spells in battle, which is fine. It'll give us 5,000 towards our treasury. Ooh, it's a trickster cult. Oh, we got a couple of trickster cults showing up. And they're both in here. Can we eliminate them? Bam, Deceiver's gone. And we can't eliminate that one just yet because we don't have the cash. Trickster's cults are the...
I trust no man. To the provinces?
They are the...
Move!
Oh, come on, brain here. The Tricksters' little hidden cities, very similar to Skaven Undercities.
I will marshal the band.
We don't have any state troops or regiments right now, but we do have... Well, we've got these two. Sigmar swords are unbreakable. We're already losing money per turn because of the damn...
Shaiish blows me thither.
Vampire counts raiding us.
I long for the tranquility of the gardens.
Alright, so that's got that all set up. Now, Flensburg we're going to have to clean up next turn. We do have a building upgrade available, and this is over in Nuln. Now, I don't remember what exactly we were going for in Nuln, but I do know that eventually we're going to want all of these. So we're actually going to save up until we can get the Black Rose Stables. And then we can get up to Yeah, that's going to be great. We definitely want the Black Rose chapter house. Now, we want all the chapter houses eventually, but the Black Rose will be good. Now, does that affect... I wonder if the other Empire factions can build that chapter house later on. So we're just going to save our money and let the other nations go and see what ends up happening. We're actually losing a little bit of money right now. But that is okay. We can deal with that as we go along. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be in the negatives for cash flow for at least a little bit. Oh, and the vampires were hurt by Averheim. Interesting. So we're still losing 74, minus 10% construction costs for all buildings. So let's do our research first. It's kind of tempting to start going towards all of these, especially the artillery, given what we're doing, War Machine and artillery. We got Teachings of Techless. Spell resistance and ward saves, 8 orders. Ooh, that's all very tempting. We are going to need some more income, I think. And then we can start working on our... Actually, let's get our state troop upgrade, because we need our troops in the front, because that will give us recruitment rank, leadership, and speed for infantry units. And we're going to need that fighting the vampires off here.
For known for the Empire.
Now that should cause him to go over here and start suffering.
Bring darkness upon us.
And we got our first fight of the week. I'm really hoping that we can get the living situation for me and my wife sorted out a little bit easier coming up here, because then we can just start recording more videos per week. I can start going back to the 2 or even 3 videos per week. Well, video or podcast, depending on how it works out. I'm still planning on the Cyberpunk Let's Play, and I'm still planning on doing the podcast as it comes up. I've got some more stuff in place for that, but it's taking time, and without the space at our current place, it is a little bit difficult. So we're going to be working on that over the next little bit, see if we can get it all sorted out, and see how it ends up working. But for right now, let's stomp us some zombies. This army is mostly zombies with 2 units that are kind of worrying, which is the Vargulfs and the Graveguard. And it's now under Vlad von Carstein himself. But it doesn't have Isabella in it, so that's a major plus. She is a giant pain in the butt as a hero for Vlad's army. And when she's the legendary lord, he becomes a giant pain in the butt. Now we're going to have reinforcements coming from over here. So we're going to set up on this hill. And hopefully... It'd almost be tempting to put our artillery up there. Let's do what we normally do and get our infantry sorted out first. And we want their skirmish mode off.
What do you bid?
Alright, so that works. So the vampires can only come through a couple of places here. I think we are actually going to set up on this hill here. I'm going to set up a little bit more like this. Set our archers up in the little defile here. So we'll set our archers up in the woods. Set our handgunners up. Then we'll put Elspeth and our master engineer, who we're going to take the skirmish mode off of. He's got to be near our artillery train. Let's put him out front, though, because he's on a horse now. And let's start the battle. We have just under 2 minutes before the enemy gets into range.
We are the clenched fist of Nuln. By blade and bullet, by magic and might, the Empire shall stand triumphant.
Alright, let's actually target the center of those zombie hordes. Just speed it up a little bit. Looks like the zombies are basically clustering in an area where we can kill a lot of zombies off. This is definitely not working out for the vampires. What we're going to do is we're actually going to pull Elspeth over here and try to hit them with a Purple Sun of Xerxes. That's taking up the numbers for Elspeth needing to kill things.
For Heldenhammer! For the Warhammer! Engineer!
Alright, our handgunners are actually doing some work this time. And we're just going to let them charge us because it's not too big of a deal. Those necromancers just sitting there, though. That's kind of weird. And now we've got our allied reinforcements.
Don't miss fire! Fire!
Let's
For the Warhammer!
put some actual direct fire onto those. We're going to let the Averheim troops take care of a lot of the damage for a little bit. Let's get those archers into the play.
The Empire endures. No lingering.
I really don't care what happens to our allies' forces, but
The Empire endures.
let's swarm down on that flank.
Heading out. Halberdiers.
Alright, let's get you guys to crash in, and we'll get you to crash in on there.
Elspeth von Draken. By the amethyst wind, all will meet more in time. Shadows at my call.
Alright, let's use our spells as quickly as possible. She's being engaged by the Vargulf, which is not great, but is what it is. Now, where are those halberdiers going? We have another set of zombies coming in. And Vargulf's almost dead. And Vargulf's down, so the biggest threat to our forces is done. Let's just speed it up and see what happens, because we're not losing this as it stands. Move Elspeth a little bit back from Vlad. She can't handle that fight, so some of our handgunners might take a little bit of a heat. I think we're going to kill Vlad based on the fact that we're going to wipe his army out before anything else happens. And there goes Vlad. It's nice that we've been able to defeat him several times on the map without him going full hog wild on us, because he is a terror in close combat. Vlad von Carstein is an absolute master of melee combat, and just, yeah, he hurts a lot when he strikes in, so yeah, we're just going to have to avoid him as much as we can while we're at war with him. But with him hurt again, he's not got another major army. We should really press towards Sylvania, get our Boris Todbringger army in there, and then in the next couple of turns, we should really push hard, take out Swartzhaven for sure, because that's one of his major breadbaskets.
We gain nothing by holding them.
We got a Talisman of Endurance, so a ward save, and Sertland's Revenge, free company, and a Tradesman, and a Helm of Discord. Hero becomes a legend. Win 10 battles with a hero. We've done that, so another 1,000 and a Helm of Discord.
Elspeth von Draken. Exhaustion and sloth are mere words.
Alright, so we're going to pop in here, and then we're going to try and pop down to Swartzhaven.
Why talk to you?
Non-aggression
The
pact.
Grand Theogenist should declare you traitor, so be it.
And then hopefully we can get a military access pact in the next turn. I mean, we've got trespasses against them, so doesn't help. We're not going to worry about that too much right now, though.
The nation calls.
Aye. Let's hear what you have to say. We'll hear it.
I don't know if we want to do that. Like, I don't see... Where is... There they are. Carrick here. We are strength rank 32 and they're 90. Our strength is way higher than theirs, but I don't want to piss off the other dwarves just yet. So what I think we're going to have to do is we are going to have to come and get some other places to go into. We've got to deal with all of these. I think we're going to send Boris up here now. Actually, let's not split our forces too much. We're not at war with the Chaos forces just yet. Let's send him
This will bolster the nation.
here for now, so that he's not trespassing. Then we can get him to go all the way through. Now let's go in and look at both Elspeth, because we got lots of ancillaries that we can do. Like, we have a tradesman now and a light college acolyte. The tradesman we're going to do for right now, because, yeah, more money, more good. Charm Shield versus Helm of Discord. The Helm of Discord is a melee debuff around her. Charm Shield just gives her missile block chance and damage resistance. So we're going to have to put that in there. But this guy we can give the Charm Shield to, and it's fine. We're going to get the experimental weapon and the prototype armor on a Master Engineer when we go. Let's go into Elspeth. How's her quest doing? Oh, we can't check that in here. But skills. So we've got her top tier opened. Casualty replenishment rate, wound recovery time, passive, regeneration, but gives her weakness to fire. Yeah, we're going with Graveyard Rose, because she takes a lot of damage right now, and it's not cool. We've got Master Ballistics. We've got Mercurial Shot that can be good. Requires line of sight, costs fire down, powerful, strong versus multiple combatants. We want Mercurial Shot right now. Triangulation will be good, but we want him to be able to start popping off in battle too. And then we can deal with that later. And let's go over to Boris Todbringger, because we don't have any of his quests just yet. Be unlocking those as we go, I think. We don't have anything that we can really give him. Oh, we can give him a messenger. Campaign movement range? Yes, we'll take that. Building upgrades. We're only losing a little bit. Now, I want to get rid of the Trickster Cult from the Deceivers because... Oh, that destroyed them. Okay, that's good to know. Now, Work Bad, we're going to upgrade, and we're going to leave it there for spending money. And let's let the other nations go, and then we're going to take Fort Obastire on the next turn. Can't wait to get armies of steam tanks and these new land boats. And maybe some airships and other stuff. Like, I want to ally with certain dwarven factions to get their airships, because that would be amazing. But the whole point of this is we're wiping out all forces of disorder, undead, and chaos. And I know forces of disorder and chaos are kind of the same thing, but, there we go. Karakiran is now our buddy boys. We're not going to have a chance to do that.
General, I fear you will leave this. I understand.
Let's get as many trade routes open as we can. And I am very okay
responsibility to my people.
having a trade route with all
I
of the
understand.
Cathayans.
There are
The Iron Dragon.
Iron Dragon's good. The Border Prince we're not too worried about. Clan
Ready.
Angrund, our war with Sylvania and past war with the Court of Night is actually helping us out here.
This action does not have my consent. I am Vlad.
Vlad would take a peace treaty, but we do not want a peace treaty.
Of
We want to
Shaiish.
take Sylvania and turn it into our own little territory. So we're going to do that with Elspeth, but what I want to do
Yes, my lord.
is get Boris Todbringger through here, and then we're going to give Averheim a gift to bring their reputation
Do not
up
waste
with
my
us.
time with petty talk. Let your
Payment,
offer and be
offer
done.
payment, a small gift should do it.
Sigma's will.
It's a little bit of coin, which doesn't help us out, but we're now making money back. And if we take Fort Oberstyre and Castle Tempelhof, that is a major blow towards the Undead. And we're going to be fighting every battle that we can in this, especially when we get up to the bigger Legendary Lords. I'm hoping that I can do this properly. And then our next move is to get a Master Engineer on the northern border to start fighting the Fecundites, the forces of Nurgle up there, and we can push them back. We're expanding to the northeast right now. Chaos is our major detriment. Then we're going to start doing splinter armies once we're secure. I want to build up as much of the heartland as the Empire as we can and get them fully on our side. We got to watch our allies in the Empire so that they don't get overwhelmed. Let's just group those together for convenience's sake. Now I want long lines of sight, and I want them to come to us. So we're going to sit here with our archers up in the woods, which seems to be working for us. Put our gunners there. Our field artillery pieces there. They're going to be able to shoot still. And we'll keep our Master Engineer in range. And 20 seems good, and we'll start the battle.
By scythe and spirit, we will cut our foes asunder. It is time
Cairn
we
Wraith are
ushered
getting
them
destroyed.
over the threshold unto death. Wizardess of Nuln.
Taking down those Cairn Wraiths like that is a major boon to us. If they can just die off right away, or re-die off, I guess as the case may be. Still want to drop a Purple Sun of Xerxes right in the middle of those zombies, get a lot of kills for it.
Master craftsman. Standing by to battle. Take position.
That should take care of the Cairn Wraiths pretty quickly here.
By the amethyst wind.
Conditions acceptable.
Okay, that Purple Sun didn't do as much as I was hoping it would. I don't want her moving just yet.
Chasing the shadow of death.
Oh, he's almost close enough to use the Spirit Leech spell on him.
By Ulrich's wrath, prepare for combat.
Mage of death. Doom take thee.
Alright, and now you should be in range to do a couple of nice little shots.
Handy tool.
Ooh, that is a massive blast. Takes a long time to recoup, but damn.
The graveyard rose. All will meet more in time. Shadows at my call. As Buna fell, I call doom upon them.
No lingering. For Fred.
Action march!
Alright, we should be able to just speed this up and watch as the enemy army just dies. This flank is collapsing already. We'll take the casualty replenishment off this one as we take the city. Alright, null and iron sides. And there we go. A decisive victory. We've taken it over. We lost a fair number of troops, but that is okay. We've got Boris Todbringger coming in with reinforcements, and we will be able to use both those armies, a lot of artillery, to take care of this. It's amazing how much we can get done nowadays. Oh, we almost had a magic minute for deployed. We didn't have 2 more soldiers. It could have been 1, 2, 3, 4, which would have been awesome. Alright, lots of experience, lots of cash rewards, lots of schematics. We are going to occupy it. I got a hunter. We killed off another general. So let's see if we can go into Boris Todbringer's ancillaries. Can he get the hunter? He cannot. But his captain should be able to. Grimaldus is getting a hunter, which is fine by me. Now they can't move any further. Fort Obastire has some troop facilities in it, but we have a full army still, and on the next turn they'll be even better. So now let's go into her. Let's get magical reserves, because we're going to want to be popping off Purple Sun of Xeraces as much as possible, and then our next rank is probably going to go into that too. That's kind of better, actually. I need how many more in there? 3 skill points in there. So the Dark Lady. Oh, wow, that actually makes it better. Advisor to Nuln. Gunnery units, recruitment. Upkeep for gunnery units in the Lord's army. So that's all of those things. And Blessed by Shaiish. Yeah, we're going to go Blessed by Shaiish, because holy crap, that is good. Now, our engineer, we've got Mercurial Shots. What does Black Powder Discipline do? And we also maybe want to get Restock. Accuracy and Reload skill. Takes 10 seconds to prepare while he's not moving. Accuracy and Reload skill. And yeah, okay. That's just for him. Let's get Restock, because that allows us to replenish ammunition for everything around him. Hold over until it stops, Dre. You know what you're doing. Yes. Range 100 meters. Affects allies in range. Maximum of 1. So it'll affect 1 of our targets, which is fine. Now, Fort Oversire is not the big thing here, but it's Tempelhof and Waldenhof. I really want to take Schwarzhaven, and then we can worry about Castle Drakenhof. It's going to be a siege for Castle Drakenhof. We want Boris Todbringger. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to pop the Tempelhof, take it, and then we're going to go straight for Drakenhof and see if we can eliminate the vampire counts from this campaign as quickly as possible. Now, Talabheim, we don't have any upgrades for, but we are trying to keep them upgraded as possible. So let's upgrade that city and see what we can do there. Nuln, we can't do anything with yet. We were trying to save up for the Black Rose stables, but right now we've got some more pressing matters. We'll let the other nations go, and then we will see what happens. I want to get Boris Todbringger in with our Dark Lady, and then we can push forward. Elspeth needs to take Castle Drakenhof, and then we can worry about Schwarzhaven and all the other places, and then possibly confederate with Averheim.
You know why the dead
I will take a trade agreement with Belegar Ironhammer. We want those dwarves on our side, and if we can get an alliance with them, we can possibly get their new skyship, or their airships, skyships. Well, same idea, really. We can get their new airships and start looking towards popping off on other places. Okay, the tree hammers are gone. General is ready for duty. Recruit a siege engine, and we get artillery focus, which gives us recruitment rank for artillery units and recruitment cost for artillery units. We're not really needing that right now, but we will see how it goes. We don't have a lot of cash.
Amethyst Guardian.
Let's see where
I will marshal the men.
Boris can get to. It's gonna be... Okay, I'm pretty sure we can take Tempelhof with this army. It's got a lot of skeletons, a lot of zombies. Yeah, it's not too bad. We can take that with this army. So we'll do this first.
Upon our foe.
What we might do is continue the siege.
Beckons.
So we need Tempelhof, but I also want to get Boris in here.
Let us move.
Get him into Fort Oberstyre.
More will welcome them.
And we can't recruit anything for this turn. We could make him our our Regiments of Renown unit for now. Actually, let's grab those two at least, because then he can stay with those, and he can be the center line for those. And that makes it a little bit better. Let's look at the Gunnery School while we have the chance. Upgrading monstrous impacts for our Great Cannons and the Hammer of Witches, which would be nice. What's our Hellfire Rocket Battery? Gets another rocket to it. More rockets, more rockets, more rockets! What's our Gunner Infantry? Ammunition for infantry, reload time for gunnery units. Ooh, that's really tempting. We're not going to be using a lot of the Gunnery Cavalry. We don't have Hellblasters or Steam Tanks or anything else yet. What are the requirements here? Kill 1,500 enemies in battle with Gunnery School units. Currently, we're going there. We're sure that a foundry has been built. Perform 5 Gunnery School upgrades currently. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of these. Let's get the Great Cannon upgrade because we have one of them. We can't do anything else, but we're going to do that for right now. And then I think Castle Drakenhof is going to be where our second Garden of War goes. So let's let the other nations go. See what happens. This is going to upgrade our state troops and our infantry so that they're slightly less likely to break. And then we can just press forward. And if they don't sally forth from this, it will reduce the amount of troops they have. No, Vlad. 3,000 gold is not enough to stop whooping on you. Because you need to re-die and stay re-dead. Alright, so we got infantry and speed for our foot troops. Flooding in Kemperbad. Not good. Oh, that hurts us a little bit. Kemperbad is suffering at the moment. Alright, state issued infantry armor. Infantry units get armor and missile resistance, and state issue weapons as their melee attack and all of that. I think we're going to go with assembly line for right now. Garrison Lord who hasn't moved.
By Sigma's right.
Ooh, his battle wizard has leveled up. So we're going to pop a point into Fireball. How quickly that comes back to mind. And then we're going to pop him out and get you into encamp stance so that you're not suffering there. And then Boris Todbringger, your army is going to come in and be very good here. Alright, so flaming attacks for Lord or Hero. Frostfire attacks, weakness for Lord or Hero. So let's get Elspeth her item there. Evertwine Root. Fire damage plus 20%. Gives regeneration. Vigor loss for Assigned Lord. Well, she already has regeneration, so we'll give that to him. And then our Razor Standard, we're going to give to one of the units of Halberdiers because they could use it. And we're going to pop in here and hopefully completely decimate the Undead. We're going to have a fair amount of chances. Ooh, our cannons are gold leveled, so we're going to have to maybe give them a name here a little bit. Because we are going to keep that idea up. We're not going to be naming them after any of our fellow 2322 members this time. Because, well, we want the 232 to be characters and heroes. And our units are just going to be named fun things that are going to be fitting in with the Thorium theme. Which, you know, radioactivity, control rods, all that sort of stuff. Also trying to keep a little bit of the flair from the old world in on it. And what we're going to do for this, I believe, is we're going to crash the corner here. Or maybe just completely decimate this wall. I would like to do it on the corner, though, because we're going to probably take out a bunch of the siege towers as quickly as we can. We're going to take some casualties going in. Yeah, these fort towers are what are going to cost us a lot of troops if we let them. There's only 2 down here, but this doesn't lead into really good stuff either. So, there's only 2 here. Do they have a tower on that side? There's no tower on that side. So if we actually assault from here, the only tower that could get involved is this bad boy. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I think this time we're actually going to have to break up how things are all situated for our infantry. So our swordsmen, we're going to put like that. Bam. Our spearmen are going to go behind them, because spearmen are less important, and then our halberdiers are going to go behind that. Our archers, we're going to set up over here, and they're going to advance up and start shooting. Our gunners, we're going to put up here, and they're going to do the same thing from this side. Our great cannon, we're going to put right here, and it's going to take out this tower, just in case. Our mortars are going to go right here with our Hellblaster volley guns, and they're going to go with our engineer, and Elspeth is going to go right there. We're going to start the battle, and we're going to see where everything is, and then we're going to pause it real quick. I want to destroy that fort tower with you. I want to get the 2 siege towers moving almost immediately to here. Get our archers up and starting shooting from here. And our gunners from there. And then our spearmen are going to come up, and you're going to come up. Elspeth, we're going to get you to come up as well, so you can start dropping spells. Master Engineer, you can just stay near our mortars and other weapons. A lot of the damage is going to come from this. Sylvanian crossbowmen. Interesting.
The graveyard rose. Doom take thee.
Purple Sun of Zerasi is doing its thing. Just eating away at all the enemy forces. If they pop anything up onto the walls, it's pretty much game over for those units. That's looking good.
Sigma, commands!
You guys need to get into range a little bit more so you can start shooting. Alright, our Hellblaster, we're going to advance up to here. Actually, we're going to advance it up to here. Mortars, we're going to advance, and our Master Engineer is going to advance with them. That tower is proving to be ineffective up here, so we're just going to move our cannons down so they get a little bit more line of sight up onto things on the wall.
Ranged weapons ready! Moving now! Climbing the wall, sir! Get up there! For the Emperor! By go, Maraz!
To shadows.
And there's Boris Todbringger and our reinforcements coming in hard and fast. Let's get his army down as quickly as we can, especially his knights. He's got 2 sets of mortars. Yes, he does. So let's get them up near the engineer as quickly as possible. And Elspeth, let's toss a overcharged Soul Blight, or Spirit Leech, onto that Vampire Lord and cause him some pain. We don't have enough to cast. So what's the magical cost? 15? So we don't have much longer to wait before we can cast another Purple Sun of Xeris. He's probably in here, and that'll get us the ability to get more towards her scythe. And we're going to do that battle as quickly as we can. This army is doing fairly well, all things considered. Now, it is a siege, and we are losing a fair number of troops, but it shouldn't be too bad. And with Boris Todbringger on our side here, come on, right there.
As Yuna fell, I call doom upon them.
All right, there we go. Perfect. Purple Sun is eating into his forces behind the lines. Our Hellstorm's over here. And we'll bring our other archers up close. Now let's just speed it up and see what ends up happening here. Boris, let's get you up on that wall. Get the captain up there as well. The Winch Hunter up close, and our Battle Wizard here. Even if we have to delay for a turn or two, it'll be fine. Send Boris Todbringger after this guy. Get you into combat there. This using death against death thing is really neat. And that should be, in theory, the end of their army. Even if we gotta get some new swordsmen, that'll be fine. That's the beautiful thing about fighting the Vampire Counts and the Tomb Kings. It's really, really easy to wipe them out if you take out their leaders. Our handgunners, our artillery pieces did a fair number of damage. Elspeth was the queen, almost. The Hochland Iron, or yeah, Nuln Ironsides. Did some major, major damage. I want to get some Hochland Long Gunners instead of the handgunners we have, but we got several things that are now gold experience level. So we're going to have to name them. Definitely easy, though. We only lost, like, a few troops, all things considered. And we are going to occupy Castle. Ooh, a count, follower, and an entertainer.
Elspeth von Draken.
Alright, so let's combine these.
You join
And
the host of the
recruit.
Graveyard Rose. We are the strength of the Empire.
It's going to take us a couple of turns to do this. Let's grab one spearman, one swordman. Let's grab Grundle's defenders.
Join me, for the pillars of the world tremble.
Who calls?
Alright, we'll get him Route Marcher because we want him to keep up. Elspeth. We need one more in here. Get our our upkeep down a little bit.
Lady of Shaiish.
And triangulation would be great. Mark of Hish. Sigmar's Ward. Machinist preparations. Basic ammunition gains increased range. Gain short range explosive damage ammunition. Switch. Let's go with triangulation for him. This battle wizard, the Burning Head, another great
By the
spell.
comet.
Let's get training for the first level there for Grimaldus and make
I
him
will
fight
marshal the
there.
band.
Income from post-battle loot increased. Cleanse Corruption would be great. He's got 2 points, so let's go with Cleanse Corruption. What is the Accusation ability? Yeah, we're gonna grab Accusation, because he's technically a ranged character.
Rider of the Dragon in
And we
Carmine.
can't afford the building just yet. But on the next turn, we are going to pop down and we are going to just push to Castle Drakenhof and hope for the best.
Wielder of the
Now,
Pale
we
Scythe.
have a couple of units that we got to name. These Null Ironsides, we're going to call the 101st Deadshot Regiment, or, yeah, Deadshot Battalion. These Handgunners, 102nd Trenchers. We're going to call these the 100th Control Rods. Perfect. And then this is going to be 101st Scatter Division. Starting off at the 100s just because it seems a little bit more logical for all this sort of stuff. Then we'll go with the 100s for, it'll be melee, ranged artillery pieces, and then we will do the same thing for our cavalry as it comes up. We didn't get enough to quite upgrade anything else just yet. We need a lot of schematics. So there's nothing else that we can do right now, so let's let the other nations go, and we will deal with it. We're going to give it one more turn before we call it a week. I at least want to get Castle Drakenhof. You know, we could possibly just take Castle Drakenhof this week and then call it done. Our force is getting up there. We are well prepared. Ooh, there is a Vampire Lord up there, and that's Vlad von Carstein himself. So we might have to divert and take care of him. Is that a zombie army? We will accept the refugees.
Chaos will always be brought to order.
Alright, the adventures of Gotrek and Felix. Win the battle with Elspeth on Draken. It will give us 3,000 gold, casualty replenishment, and unlock the heroes Gotrek and Felix. It's against the Slaneshi force, though. That's not really what we want to do. Ostlund has been destroyed. Death's Timekeeper. Win the following battle with Elspeth. It's against Chaos, and they have some artillery of their own, but it's a lot of basic infantry, so we might be able to do that not too far away from now. Gives us a big power reserve for Winds of Magic. A direct damage 2-use spell. Wow. Heal per second is a heal for Elspeth and damage for enemies. Okay, so that works. And then gives us perfect vigor, which will be fine. Those are her 2 spells, I believe. So we can siege Castle Drakenhof this turn, and if we can put Boris into his march stance, he can get there as well. Now, Vlad's army, not looking too great. What is the garrison on Drakenhof? It's pretty good. Let's take a look at our other holdings right now. Castle Templehof. Crossbowmen and spearmen units, we definitely want to get that if we can get it. So it's really going to come down to taking Castle Drakenhof or eliminating Vlad. Now, Eschen has one of the recruitment buildings, an ancient armory is there, and the gallows. Taking Eschen would actually be pretty good. Schwarzhaben as the other ones. And what does Waldenhof have? It just has a Sinister Cosp. We can't really let them get much bigger because on the next turn after this, they're going to increase. Oh, that's a tough call.
The carrion crows follow. Do not wait for the weak.
If we pop here,
The
pop her
winds
into a
blow
can't
and the
stance.
mice must shelter.
Then we let the other nations go.
Amethyst mage.
We should, in theory, be able to attack Vlad. Call it done. Now, there's nothing we can really do here. We could get growth. Casualty replenishment rate. I think we're just going to hold off on now. And our Imperial Authority is continuously going up. We need 76 for mercenary replenishment time, growth, and control for all provinces within the Empire. And we're getting there. We are getting there. How much Imperial Authority is it? Okay, it's just the one. Before we go on to anything else, let's do our quick deals.
Attention. Yes?
Border Princes, I don't really want to do anything with. Clan Angron would be nice,
So,
but not just
yes.
yet.
Yes.
We'll let the other nations go and see how that works out. If Vlad comes down towards us, we will engage him and then go after Castle Drakenhof. I just don't want us to be caught with our pants down in a situation where we cannot fully get into the fight. I can't remember what the map layout for Drakenhof is. Ooh, it's a close defeat. Is he going to take it back? No, he's just going to sack it. That's fine. I mean, we're only skipping the battles that are minorly inconsequential. Like that I don't really want to defend. We're going to fight for Castle Drakenhof, though. Repair. Nemesis Crown, Visions of the Empire. An ancient and powerful artifact known as the Nemesis Crown whispers to you from somewhere in the Empire. Promises great power should be taken into your stewardship. Visions flood your mind, revealing a glimpse of its location. The crown lies near a large forest in the Empire. Use any of your characters to search for the Nemesis Crown based on the clue above. Having characters start the turn in the correct province will reveal the location of the Nemesis Crown marker. Oh, that's new. Oh. Forged by the infamous Dawi runesmith Alaric the Mad, the Nemesis Crown corrupts all it touches, isolating every dark thought. It twists the mind of its wearers, leaving them hollowed out by madness. Now the horde of goblins has uncovered it and claimed its power for their own, whatever their blah blah blah. So, there we go. That is the Nemesis Crown. What it actually does, I have no idea. I have never seen that before.
Ready.
Now, Boris, can we get you within range?
Amethyst magistrate.
Yes, we can.
Shaiish empowers me.
It is a decisive victory, and we are not going to need any of our siege equipment. We're going to do this battle, and then that's going to be it for the week. We're going to take Drakenhof, stab the heart of the Undead Empire within the Empire, and then possibly use this as a gateway into other things. Now, we're going to do the same strategy. We're going to set up on this corner and wait for Boris Todbringger and his troops to come in, and we're going to sit back this time and try to shoot the hell out of everything on the gates. We're going to let our artillery and our gunners do most of the work, along with Elspeth herself dropping spells on them. Now that we have named units, we got to start paying attention to those named units. We want them to get their skill ranking up. I'm also going to make it so that once we have a gold unit, unless it's wiped out in combat, we are not trading it out. We are not just sacrificing it. So let's get our units all set up. Alright, first things first, I do want to keep some of our troops ready to go and ready to charge the gates. So we're going to do that. This should give us more than enough room to put our archers over here. Same idea. And our gunners in the center here. They're going to be advancing up with Elspeth. And then our artillery train, we're just going to put here with our master engineer. And we're going to let them have some fun. Now let's get our archers up close.
Troops!
And get our gunners up as well.
Take the ground! Take the ground! No lingering! To battle!
And we're just going to try and obliterate all the defenders with our artillery and everything while we just sit here and wait. And our reinforcements are here, so let's pause real quick. Now, you have guns, so we're going to get you up close to the fight. Get our battle wizard up as well. Boris and the captain can go in the middle here. You halberdiers and you swordsmen can come and filter in here. And then we're just going to wait for the rest of these things to show up. Let's get our second set of crossbowmen and archers. And we'll get you up front. Get our knights to come sit here. And we're going to get these mortars to come in here, and we're going to advance our own artillery train up a tiny bit, and then we'll just bump the master engineer there, and then we're going to see about dropping another spell right into these foes. The rest of our forces are just coming in now. Let's actually advance our archers up in front of our gunners. Alright, they're starting to pop up on the walls, so that's good for us. Means everything can start shooting at them, and with our second wave of archers coming in, let's get our burning skull over here. All of our artillery is still shooting, which is good. And every time they just pop up on the walls, we'll just keep smacking them down. Let's throw the leadership penalty onto the crypt ghouls. Okay, our first line archers are almost out of ammo, so let's pull them back. I mean, gates are destroyed. If anything comes out of there, it's going to be bad, because we're going to get Boris Todbringger and our captain Grimaldus to go in there. If they're just going to sit there, we're going to just sit here and blast away at them. Now, they do have some blood knight or black knights, I should say. We have 2 units of our own cavalry that we can send in to get some experience shortly here. It's amazing how long they're holding on despite having lost pretty much everything. One set of our mortars is out of ammo, which doesn't help us. But we did get replenished, didn't we? Should get our one set of mortars back into the fight. Where's their leader? They should be suffering from the penalties by now. Alright, let's send some heroes in to deal with this. While we've done a lot of damage from range, let's just make it so they can't do much, and we'll toss that on to Boris. Charge our knights in to help deal with this. Pull Boris back out a little bit. Pull Boris back out before he gets wounded. And there we go. I don't think we even lost anyone in the assault on Drakenhof. We did not. Boris just took some hits. Now, our artillery did a massive amount of damage. So did Elspeth. So that's great. But what a way to continue this week. We're going to have to hunt Vlad down. He's probably going to take Castle Drakenhof, in which case we're just going to run back up and retake it, obliterate Vlad with Elspeth's army, because he can't handle her on his own now. This was the only major place that could take on both of our armies at once and not falter. So, with Drakenhof in our control, we can now use that to spread to all of the other Draconic lands. Definitely occupying it. Lycos and Ferrymen, the Silver Bullets, Handgunners, White Wolves, Huntsmen, and we got a Carmine Dragon for Elspeth on Draken, and we can start going. Ooh, she got a Doomfire Ring. Nice. Bounce Spell, Burning Head, and Fire Resistance. Very, very cool. I think she gets to put that on a Lord or Hero. A Barded Warhorse for Grimaldus. Kill 1,500 enemies in battle with the Gunnery School units, which we've done, which 250 schematics. Very nice. Let's take a look at, let's get that gold factory up, or the gold mining pit, as it were, with lots of control there. We're going to be building up a massive fortress in here, but the first thing I think we're going to get is a Shrine of Sigmar to deal with all of the badness that has come. Let's actually go to her details just real quick, because she should have, for her ancillaries, she's a Razor Standard, a Ferryman, Zealot. The Doomfire Ring is one of the ones that she has. Okay, good. So for her skills, we can get Magistrix of the Amethyst Order. Magic cost for the Purple Sun of Xerxes has gone down, and for upgraded has gone down. So that is a massive boon for us, and then we can get the other stuff that's going to make her just awesome. Boris Todbringger, hard to hit. That's what he needs.
Yes.
We're going to get another point in, you know what, let's actually get Kindle Flame for right now, and the Burning Head, because the Burning Head is the best spell in the Fire Tree for the early part, and then Flamestorm is the better one for the later.
Ready.
Training for Grimaldus, and then we're going to get him full plate armor. And for our Witch Hunter, Eduardo, we're going to get him Bloody Blade, because that's good. Actually, let's see here. Strict Obedience, Way of the Wolf, and Purifying Flames are... Yes. I think Strict Obedience and Templar are going to be the ones we're going to want to go there. But yeah, we're going to grab that for him. Boris Todbringger, let's go to your details, because we can get you a Razor Standard, which will help you out there. A Ferryman for Campaign Line of Sight, and that's all we can get you there. But magic items, nothing more than the Luckstone. We're going to have to get that third army up sooner rather than later, and we do have a massive amount of coolness going on here. If we pop you into normal stance, it's still heavily controlled by the vampires. We're going to send you down to get Schwarzhaven, and then we're going to go back and deal with Vlad with Elspeth. Because now all he's got is a few unlinked, no capital buildings. He'll probably take Castle Drakenhof, but Elspeth can go back and decimate him there. We're doing pretty good overall. Just before we call it a week, let's look at our...
Onward. Hail. Do not be intimidated by the throng of Drengi.
Let's get them on our side for right now, because I want their Slayer units to help us.
All right.
Averland.
Approach as friend.
and make your... So be it.
Let's get you on our side, because we want to
The
confederate
Empire.
with the Imperial provinces as much as possible.
What?
Yes.
Averland and Reichland are both not going to confederate with us right now. Reichland's going to be the hard one to get on our side. Last thing we can do is Castle Drakenhof. We need 3,000 gold to do that. And then we're going to spend a little bit of time just claiming all these areas, getting them up, and we're going to start building up our ability to make money. So we've got some, but we don't have enough. But that's going to do it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.